A 90-pound German Shepherd sat in Kennel 4 of Birchwood Rescue for 73 days, returned 3 times. The first family said he was too big. The second said he ate too much. The third didn't give a reason at all, just dropped him at the front desk on a Wednesday morning and never looked back. The staff called him Bear, not because he was scary, because he was enormous and gentle, and nobody knew what else to do with him. When Lauren walked in that Saturday, she wasn't looking for a dog, she was looking for the exit. What happened next, nobody laughed about for long. Lauren Hayes was 29 years old and had just signed a lease that said no pets. She had read it twice. 3rd floor apartment, no elevator, small balcony, strictly no pets. She had stopped by Birchwood Rescue that Saturday because her friend had asked her to drop off donated supplies, blankets, food, 15 minutes of her afternoon. She was not staying. She stayed 4 hours. Kennel 4 was halfway down the main corridor. Bear was lying in the back corner, facing the wall. Not sleeping, his ears moved when she approached, just not looking, like he had decided that looking was no longer worth the effort. She knocked on the kennel door. He turned his head, slowly, and looked at her with the expression of an animal that has been disappointed enough times to be careful about hope. She asked how long. 73 days. She asked about the returns. 3 families. The first kept him 4 days. He took up too much space. The second lasted 2 weeks. He ate too much. The third seemed so promising. Young couple, big house, yard. They brought him back after 6 days without explanation, just handed over the leash and left. Lauren looked at Bear. Bear looked at Lauren. Then he stood up slowly, walked to the front of the kennel, and sat down directly in front of her. Not begging, not performing, just present, like he was making himself available for consideration one last time. She went to the front desk and signed the papers. Behind her, 2 shelter workers exchanged a look. One of them smiled, the quiet kind that doesn't mean happy. She named him Bo. The first week was chaos of a very specific kind. Bo was not destructive, he was not aggressive, he was simply enormous in a way that a 3rd floor apartment was not designed for. He knocked her coffee table sideways just by walking past it. He sat on the couch and it shifted 4 inches. He discovered that if he stood in the kitchen while she cooked, there was exactly no room for Lauren to also be in the kitchen while she cooked. She started eating standing up. It was easier. By day 5, Bo had located the one spot in the apartment with the best view of the front door and claimed it permanently. He lay there for most of the day, head on his paws, watching. Not anxious, watchful, like a dog who had learned that things could change without warning and decided that paying attention was the only reasonable response. Lauren started leaving the television on when she went to work. The apartment felt less empty that way. Small adjustments, the kind you make without realizing you have already decided something. You're still here but haven't subscribed yet? Bo just looked up from his corner. That's his disappointed face. Don't do this to him. Hit subscribe. Here is something most people don't know about German Shepherds who have been returned multiple times. Each return teaches the dog that attachment is temporary, that the people who seem safe will eventually leave. Undoing that lesson takes consistency, sameness, the same voice, the same schedule, the same hand reaching down in the same way, day after day, until the dog's nervous system finally believes what it's being told. Lauren didn't know any of this. She just kept showing up. 3 weeks in, Bo did something small that made her put down her phone and pay attention. It was a Sunday morning. Lauren had made breakfast and sat down at her small kitchen table. Bo walked in, looked at the table, looked at her, and then lay down directly beside her chair, close enough that his shoulder pressed against her leg. He had never done that before. She sat there longer than she meant to. The eggs got cold. She didn't mind. Lauren had a hard week in February. A friendship she had counted on for 6 years ended in a single conversation. She came home on a Friday evening, put her keys on the hook, and sat down on the kitchen floor. Not the couch, the floor, because the floor felt more honest. She didn't cry, she just sat there and said nothing. Bo came in from the living room. He didn't bark, he didn't nudge her. He walked over slowly, lowered his 90-pound body to the tiles beside her, and put his head in her lap, warm and heavy and completely certain of itself. They sat there for 48 minutes. When she finally got up, Bo got up with her. He followed her to the bedroom and lay down at the foot of the bed with a long exhale, slow and deliberate, like he was setting something down on her behalf. She thought about the lease she had signed. Some things are worth the fine. Stories like this are the reason we keep telling them. If this one found you tonight, you already know why. The months became a life. Bo learned the sound of her key in the lock and was at the door before she opened it. He learned that Sundays meant slower mornings and positioned himself accordingly. Closer, heavier, more present. He developed one habit she could never explain. Every evening at 7 p.m., Bo would bring her something, a sock, a toy, once a jar of peanut butter from the lower cabinet, and place it at her feet. Not to play, just to give, like his version of, "I'm glad you're home." She had started looking forward to it. The not knowing was part of it. She kept track. In 8 months, he had missed exactly twice. Both times she had come home after 10 p.m. Both times she found the sock waiting by the door. Today, Bo is 2.5 years old. He still takes the corner with the view of the door. He still brings her something every evening at 7 p.m. The lease has been renewed twice. The no pets clause is still in there. Her landlord has met Bo 3 times and has not said a word. The 3 families who returned him, she thinks about them sometimes. Not with anger, with something quieter. Because if any one of them had stayed, Bo would not have been in Kennel 4 that Saturday. He would not have stood up and walked to the front and made himself available one last time. And she would have found the exit. Not every beginning looks like one. Some of them look like a no pets clause and a 15-minute errand and a dog in the back corner who has learned to be careful about hope. Sometimes the most important thing you will ever do is knock on a door that was never meant for you. If you are thinking about adopting a dog who has been returned, their caution is not coldness. They are just waiting to find out if you are different. Show them you are, the same way, every day. Was it Lauren who rescued Bo, or was it the other way around? Tell me in the comments.